Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you see me? Oh, come on, microphone. Don't move. Okay. So, Christmas can be very tiring for everyone. Um, Let me just get some of the stuff off the screen. So, as you can see, as you well understand, Christmas can be quite tiring for all of us. But anyways, I just was browsing YouTube as usually, as every one of us, probably most of the time. And I've seen very many videos regarding silver. And as I said, 2026 is going to be a year of opportunities anyway. So I decided to have a look at the silver. I got a date, and so let's have a look at the astrology of silver of 2026 and beyond. Actually, I had a quick look. I was actually working on the horoscope of Poland because I promised that I will deliver horoscope of Poland, but so far I did not really have time and energy to do it because of Christmas. So let's have a look at the horoscopes. So first of all, this is the progressed chart of silver, and I did not really look how the natal chart of silver looks like, but we have Jupiter on the ascendant. That's the progressed Jupiter on the ascendant. It takes ages for it to, I will even check it in the Google. We'll see how many hundreds or thousands of, I think it's thousands of years, for 4,333 years for the whole Jupiter return cycle to the same point. So we are going to have a conjunction with the ascendant as far as this ascendant is right. Always check whether I give you the right date of the natal horoscope of something that we are analyzing here. So if it was the 15th of June 1931 and ascendant is in Leo, 1350. But you know, back then I can't bet that they had the right time. So you have to have it in mind, especially when you are talking about the ascendant or the moon ascendant and medium Celi and the moon, because they move quite rapidly. So that would, the difference between 1 minute here and there would be months or maybe even years in this case. So in general, return of the ascendant, especially if you have ascendant in Leo, will illuminate you, inflate your how people receive you. So and the exact moment we are going to have it is April 2028, so 2.5 years away. So and then again, this really depends on the timing. So 1 minute here, 1 minute there, 5 minutes here, that can be a decade. But in general, Jupiter on the ascendant gives prosperity. In Leo, you will shine, and with how you look, or then how silver shines on its own, we are going to have inflation of that till 2028, April the 10th, or 1 or 2 years here and there. This is a progressed chart. So as I said here, with this ascendant line, we never ever can be too sure, because the timing might have been wrong, but especially back then. But there is very interesting thing regarding the transit horoscope of the silver with the date that I have. That's 15th of June 1931 at 9:30 in the morning, so 9:30 a.m. as far as I know. But in this case, we don't look at the axis. We don't need them. Well, we do need them, but I'm so sorry. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. But we are going to have a quite interesting moment next year, and this moment is going to happen. So first of all, we will have the ingress of Uranus and Venus into Gemini. That is going to be late April 2026, and Venus will be sent as a as grace, glory, beauty, ascent into Gemini, into the communication sector. That is going to be transited by Uranus, and Uranus is going to aspect Venus, that we have here. So Venus of silver, Mercury of silver, Moon of silver, and Sun of silver in next 6 years, 6.5 years, something like that. So that is going to be period in general. For silver, it should be good for the price of silver, for the use of silver as well, especially in the sector of communication. But as these two planets enter and will conjunct Venus, first natal Venus of first transiting Venus will aspect the natal Venus of silver, and that is more or less going to happen when 043. That is going to happen on around the 24th of April, 2 days earlier probably, but again we can't be too sure regarding these lines. But in the same period of time we are going to have transiting Sun conjuncting the medium Sally of the silver, 335, 336. So that's gonna be on the 23rd of April, more or less. Then we have this Venus return on the 24th, and then we are going to have Uranus that is going to enter into Gemini, very close to the natal Venus of silver. That is going to happen on the 26th of April 2026, but that's not everything. And then we are going to have a conjunction first of transiting Mars on Uranus in Aries of silver. I would expect at this moment, because that's gonna square Pluto of silver, that might be volatility to the market, or maybe the market will simply get mad. That is possible again. Up and down madness with the market. That's gonna be early May, let's say the 2nd, 3rd of May, Sunday, so the 4th of May probably. Or maybe that's gonna be the weekend when everyone will want to buy silver. And then on Monday, on the let's see, when Jupiter is going to aspect the Pluto of silver, and that is going to be 1941. That is going to happen on the 6th of May 2026. So the end of April and the beginning of May might be parabolic. That's one of the periods, and I think the most important moments for silver in the year 2026. That can be the moonshot. And this is the first thing that I noticed when I looked at the chart. And but because of this progressed Jupiter on ascendant, we don't really know exactly where the ascendant is, but I would expect the next couple of years, like let's say till April 2028, as far as I remember, to be very positive for silver in general. But then these moonshots, especially this one, late April, beginning of May 2026, might be significant. It is absolutely not a financial advice, but if you have some silver in your possession, I would consider that that might be a point of taking profit if you're willing to do it, if you don't want to keep silver forever. But that can be the point in 2026 that I would say is going to be extremely important for silver. For other points that are supposed to be important for silver, because I have the birth date of silver right now, and that's, I did tell you that I expect Uranus job to be finished at the end of Taurus, so that's late April 2026, in about 4 or 5 months, 4 or 5 months from now, that Uranus will finish off with the banking sector, the approach to investment, to how we deal with our goods. So that is going to happen at the end of April. And then I look at the horoscope of silver for late April and early May. I would suggest this can be a moment of a moonshot. The question is what is going to happen next. And then hopefully we will have time and I will have energy to shoot videos with more analysis of silver for this and for next years, because I do believe that we may get back for a while to the old school, so like silver, gold, commodities, stuff like that, that will be of high value. But in the ultimate game, I would say that as soon as that happens, silver and gold will be taken away, as they did it in states in 40s, I think, in 30s or 40s, when there was second world war going on. So people were banned from any sort of trading gold. I don't know whether it was gold only or other precious metals as well, but I feel, I don't know, but I had this feeling, as some other people as well, that this might be happening, especially in the Western countries that do not really have access to precious metals and the way of refining them. So I think that the governments might play this card, that they will simply ban any sort of precious metals trading. They will just pay off whoever has and is willing to sell without digging it deep underground on their own or someone else's property, hiding it from the government. I said it can be happening in the next couple of years. But again, regarding the economy, the markets, I see this period of late April, early May to be very significant, very full of energy. Anyway, so regarding silver, that's it for the time being. If you have any questions, you can ask them. You're more than welcome to ask them whenever and however you want. Under this video, I will try to reply. As I said, Christmas is very energy consuming in a way, especially if you overeat yourself for a period of 2 or 3 or 5 days in a row. But as I made this video, hopefully I'm back and I will start shooting videos today again and again and again, and hopefully I will finish off this horoscope of Poland. And because I had some sort of precognition regarding Poland, and I did make a short video about it, I think last night. So, and anyway, we are going to try and find opportunities like this one in the year 2026. As I said, I do believe that year 2026 is going to be extremely exciting, and the excitement starts, I will tell you when. I think that even the beginning of the year, I think that, you know, Christmas period is like getting relaxed for the Western world. Remember, Eastern world, Asia, they don't really do Christmas. They would have some sort of like Christmas trees and Christmas decoration, but this is not real the stuff that they do. That this is not their culture. They got it from us. So I would say that first energy point, anyway, for all over the world, would be the 7th of January, and because we'll have a conjunction of Sun, Venus, and Mars. So that is lots of energy. Anyways, it does happen from time to time. It is not a transit that does not happen in hundreds of years. It happens from time to time in different place in the sky. But people born with Venus, Mars, and Sun in the same place, that is a conjunction of ego, beauty and love, and initiation and masculine energy, will to fight. So if 3 of them are in conjunction, it means that this sort of energy is just behind the corner. Whether it is going to aspect your personal life or not, it depends on the exact time when you were born. It is going to aspect me in a way, but this is a short lasting aspect, but it is loads of energy. So if you know how to use it, you'll use it. If you don't, it can use you, or it will simply be lost. It is a very good day to do magic if you're willing to, and that would regard female energy, male energy, and ego energy. And then the next interesting, this is going to be a series of days that is going to happen from the late middle, third week of January. We'll have from the 19th of January, let's say, we'll have this conjunction of Moon, Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Mars with Pluto, one by one, happening the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 27th, till the 27th of January. So the third week of January is going to be full of energy as well. And when I look at this chart, these 2 points actually just might be a correction on the silver market. There might be, but I'm not sure about this one. Regarding the April and early May, that can be a moonshot. But these 2 moments can actually be a dips, temporary, for a couple of days. But in general, I think that this year is going to be very exciting for silver. Anyways, we'll try to find these interesting timings, and I was just showing you my face, and I was looking at the horoscope. I'll show you again. So this conjunction with Pluto, that's the 3rd and 4th week of January, full of energy, and this moment when Mars, Venus, and Sun meets in Capricorn are going to be full of energy. So that's the 7th of January, and then the 19th of January. So we'll see what happens all over the world, and that's it for today. See you next time. If you have any questions, write them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. So that's it. I'm going to bed, 4 o'clock at night. Bye bye.